Greetings everyone, Zannrath here, and welcome back to more Life is Strange, where last time, I think we broke, like, every rule of time traveling. Which I'm pretty sure there's only one rule, and that's, you know, don't change the past. And, boy did we change the past, right? So let's go ahead and jump back in there. And, I can see the consequences, I see the aftermath of our actions. Is going to be like everything's completely fucked up and we have to like go back and like let things happen, play out the way they do. Chloe's probably still going to be in school.
Are you even listening, Maxine?
All my friends in LA told me that.
Oh, we're like best friends?
Never, Maxine.
So that's why she was laughing so hard.
I know. Sorry, Mad Max. You're not pissed at me, right?
Yeah, we're like
Right?
best friends.
Do you want to go hit the girls' potty and smoke a peace pipe?
I think Max is high.
She's acting like so weird. You cool, Max?
Nobody listened when I said we shouldn't let her in the vortex.
Courtney, you don't want anybody in the club.
Like whatever, bitch.
Was Courtney the person who was sitting at the table with flyers?
He hooked up with Stella?
Who's Stella? Oh, that's Stella, okay. Are you sad now that she's, or that he's, not available? Like, he was just doting over you all this time, and you're like, just,
This is totally fucked
you know, like, you
up.
blew him off, but then now that
else have I
he's with
changed?
someone, like, you're just like, ah. Of course, that's always how it works, right? I'm sure Chloe is probably still, in school, not expelled and everything. Hey. Isn't that interesting? Who was the bus driver before? Did we ever see? Don't we live on campus too? Why are we taking a school bus? Alright, Chloe, show your face. You're not blue-haired anymore, I'm pretty sure. Because you don't have to rebel against anything. What if Chloe is like the nerd and like the quiet, shy, reserved type, and now for some reason we are like that cool, popular girl or whatever, right? Oh wait, hold on. I kind of feel like this is like the ending of the episode, which can be awkward because that meant the last episode I ended just before the ending, so I guess we'll see. Is that Brooke? I don't remember. She had longer. I feel like she had longer hair though. So David is a bus driver now. We're cool. That is Brooke, right? Something happening, and there's that one guy whose name I still don't remember. Beached whale. Wow. Is everything okay though? Like no snow, no tornadoes, no dead birds. Wow. Okay. Lots of beached whales. That's worse than dead birds, I think. Maybe, right? Depends on whose perspective you're coming from, but or viewing through. But yeah. Is that Chloe's house? I think it is, right? Maybe? Who else's house would we go to? There's Chloe's room. Alright, let's see it.
Max Caulfield. Taking a break after taking Seattle by storm, huh? We thought we'd never see you again after you left for the big city.
No. I'd never do that to Chloe.
Speaking of, I know she's been dying to see you.
Oh god,
Hold on.
wait, hold on. She's not actually
Chloe?
dying, is she?
You have a visitor.
Like, I know that's a figure of speech, but yeah, something's wrong with Chloe. Is she like in a wheelchair or something? Yeah, she is. Was she in the accident instead? Yep, that's the end of it. So I just ended the last episode like really, like just right before the end of the thing. But I guess it's okay because we had to go through our choices, right? So I remember last time I messed that up. So yeah. Chaos theory done. Alright. Well, you know, I mean, that's kind of how things usually work out, right? You go back in the past, and you're like, someone always tells you not to, like, fuck around and, like, change stuff up, right? And then, for some reason, the person who's going back in time does it, of course, right? Because they're all like, you know, this is something small. It's not going to change anything big, except we change something pretty big. But, you know, beside the point. And then you go back to your time, and these crazy things are happening, like, right? So, I guess, you exchange one life for another, right? In the, I don't know what you call it, the correct iteration, or the correct timeline? Our timeline, I'll say. The real timeline, maybe that's a better way to put it. William died, right? He got in a car accident. Yeah. And then, consequently, when we change that, I guess it looks like Chloe got into an accident. She's not dead, but, I mean, based on how she looks, you know, she's probably quadriplegic, neck down, right? Because that's why she had the head thing. To support her head, her hands, I think, were strapped to the armrests. So, you know, and that brings up the whole thing. Is like, well, you know, hey, like, at least she's not dead, but, you know, there's this quality of life issue and all that stuff. So, anyways, besides getting to the ethical point aspects of this, you know, that's pretty crazy, right? So, yeah, I mean, we knew something bad was going to happen, and evidently this is the bad thing that was going to happen, so, I don't know. She actually seemed really happy to see us, so that's good, I suppose. And it was really weird to see her now without blue hair, and without she wore a beanie, right? Or some sort of hat, yeah. So, seeing her like that, without her hair color and stuff like that is kind of funny to me. But yeah, I don't know. That's, I hope she's not, like, because, you know, she was all, because when we left in our real timeline, she got all, like, pissed and angsty at us. She became friends with Rachel, and then when we found out that, you know, she was doing stuff with Frank, Rachel, that is, she got all pissed and angsty again. So, I'm gonna guess that, I don't know. It's hard to say because, I mean, we're cool evidently now, right? We're in the Vortex Club and all that stuff. We're friends with Victoria and all those people. Curious what's going to happen with Kate. Is she still going to be dead in the, or have committed suicide in this timeline? Chloe, I wonder what our relationship's going to be like with her, because when we came back, she was excited, but at the same time, she was also, like, you know, pissed off at us. But more so excited because she lost Rachel, and then now she has us again, and so that kind of overrode her disdain with us, I guess we'll say, or I'll say. So, yeah, I mean, there's going to be some really interesting relationships that I look forward to in the 4th episode, whenever it comes out, right? Like, 6 to 8 weeks is what they aim for. I think the last 2 times it's been about 7 weeks. So, yeah, I still think we have at least, I don't know how long it's been since this came out. I think 6 weeks, or no, sorry, 1 week, 2 weeks maybe. So yeah, lots of cool stuff happening. I think it makes sense that this is kind of like your, shoot, I don't remember. It's like elementary, when you learn about, like, the plot of a story. It's like you have your, like, introduction, then your rising action or whatever, and your climax, and then your falling action. So this is like the climax, right? This is where, like, hey, they just threw this wrench in there, but we went back in time and did all this stuff. So I don't know. I really hope. Oh man, what if you get the choice of either going back and fixing things and, like, bringing it back to the real timeline, or you get to choose to stay in this timeline? Man, that would be, if that is a choice, that basically actually split the game, right? Like, you would actually, ultimately, you would end up in 2 different paths, right? Because this whole time, I think our choices have been kind of informing the dialogue and eventually some of the action that would be taken, but I don't think anything, well, I don't know if anything necessarily will actually split, so you get alternate endings. But that would be a pretty big endeavor to undertake, right? If you're gonna be able to choose between timelines. So I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that potentially could happen, and I look forward to it, like I said. And I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point because evidently there's a lot more credits that I remember. So yeah. But I do look forward to seeing my choice, seeing how my choices stack up against everyone else. Wow. It's been like half credits so far, right? It's like 5 minutes of gameplay and then 5 minutes of credits. I mean, no, yeah, it's there's a lot of people that worked on this, and I'm one of those people who always watch the credits after movies, much to the dismay of my friends, whom I watch movies with whenever I go in theaters. I don't go out very often, but yeah, they're always like, "All right, you ready to go?" I'm like, "No, man," or not people, depending on how many people are there. It's like, these people worked hard making this. Gotta watch. That, and also like I really like Whose Line. Whose Line Is It Anyways? The TV show. Anyone know that or remember that? I think it's still running. They came back for like a new season with like Aisha Tyler hosting and stuff like that. But I like the part where they read the credits at the end, and so I don't know. I guess I just like credits sometimes. Alright. Seems like we are almost there. Thanks to our playtesters, of course. Maybe I should read the credits. To all the partners, girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands, wives, relatives, children, and those who shared the lives of the Don't-Nodders. I like that. I like how they have a name for themselves, the Don't-Nodders. No, thank you. Thank you for making this game. Alright, let's see it. Boom. I left the money, which a slight majority of people did. I kissed Chloe, which a majority of people did. I'm sure. I wonder. I'm really actually curious if it was possible to get this kind of information. I'd like to see the demographics. I'm gonna guess mostly male, and I'm gonna guess. Well, this doesn't really this could be 50-50 for all I care, but I'm gonna guess mostly male, for whatever reason. Sided with Chloe. I'm actually really surprised people sided with David. I'm actually also very curious what that would have entailed, or what would have ensued after that. I kept Frank's dog from harm. I'm actually really surprised 6% of people did that. Really am. I mean, like sure, yeah, Frank is kind of a douche, whatever. At least in our first impressions of him, because you want to reserve judgment for once you actually kind of know the person a little bit more beyond just, but I'm still like, really? Is it just like, hey, let's throw it into the road and, oh, hey, he got hit by the truck. I don't really care to rewind. Maybe. I don't know. Gave Chloe back the gun. That one, I don't know. 70%, a pretty good majority of the people. That one, I could have seen going 50-50. But yeah. So, I think this has been, other than this one, which is fairly close, but still not really, it's not a majority, 67, 66, 67%, but still, in the majority, opinion. This one I think was, probably the most likely to be even, or maybe this one as well. Actually, no. I take that back. I can definitely see why people gave the gun back. But this game, or at least this particular episode, I'm trying to remember back to the other ones, and I think the first episode, there was a lot of choices, these big choices, that were a lot more even, almost 50-50, plus or minus 5 to 10% on either side. Whereas this time it seems very polarized, this is almost 80%, 80, 95, almost 95%, 70%. So it's, other than this one choice, it seems very polarized in terms of what people went for. So, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Don't remember second I really don't know, but I kind of wanted to say that it seemed a little bit mixed. Like some of them were pretty even and some of them were pretty polarized, but I don't think anything has been as polarized as this. Maybe one other choice in the other games. Anyway, let's check out the smaller ones. Lisa is dead. So I guess a lot of people overwatered the plant because, I don't know, I guess, we were like, oh, hey, yeah, might as well water the plant every day. But, in hindsight, that you usually water plants in the fall. Yeah, maybe like 2 to 3 times a week, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to remember because my father is really big into bonsai, and he has like I think he actually has like 100, maybe a little bit more. But I'm trying to remember how many times I had to water his bonsai for him per week. Anyways, didn't help Warren with his exam. Yeah, so majority of the people were kind of ethical there. It's not to condemn the people who made what I'm calling the unethical choice. But dude, yeah, he's a 4.0 student. He got 1 A-. Like, it's not that bad. I gotten plenty of A-. You are on the Vortex Club party list. So I'm not sure what this was because I remember I got to choose and I erased some, but the choice was erasing people off the list, not putting people on the list. So this seems to be a consequence of an action I did in the previous game, in the previous episode, right? Where, was it Stella? I really don't remember who was sitting at that table, but I don't remember who Stella is. So, yeah. But, talking to whomever was at that table and, going, like, talking, and she's like, yeah, whatever, I hate you, kind of stuff. And then you get, like, a little trigger, you go back, and you talk to her again with a different option, and she's like, oh, yeah, you're pretty cool, I'll put you on the list, Didn't change the vortex, there it is, okay. Erased the cop's answer phone message. So, yeah, that one, I feel like, so again, this is kind of a little bit more split. Like I said, plus or minus 10-ish%. I don't know. I feel like this, I said it before, I really don't think this would have made a difference, like in real life, because in all reality, right, you leave a message, he comes into work next day, hey, did you get my message? Nah, what's up? Boom, right? I helped Alyssa, okay. Oh, this one I'm actually in the minority, and this one too, but barely. Right here. So, warn the homeless woman. So that was about the tornado. So I guess most people didn't want us to come off as a psycho to a homeless person. So, or just a psycho in general, not necessarily because of homeless people. But anyways, I don't know. I don't really have any strong opinions on that one. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I felt like I could trust her for whatever reason. Like giving her a conversation before. Again, like I said, you don't want to rush the judgment, but I don't know. She seemed to be like she seemed to know what's kind of going on in town, like a little bit more than she's leading on to, and she seems to like kind of understand that, like when we were talking to her, that something is up with us. So, might as well go with it. Didn't take a photo in the past. Oh, you could take a photo in the past? Oh, because when I was running around trying to hide his stupid keys, I was trying to like look at everything, but I didn't have a chance to because it's on a timer. So I guess I didn't find the thing I could take a photo of. So, And then didn't leave a mark on the fireplace. I actually did, and then I rewinded back to, because of the whole like, oh, he found the keys thing. So I know I rewound further than I needed to. I think just so I can try to buy some extra time to walk around and do stuff, and then ultimately, so I should have been in a minority here. Given these two choices right here, I wonder if that might influence anything further down the line, right? Because then it could be like, maybe in the next episode we're talking to Chloe, and she's like, I tell her, it's like, hey, yo, I got this power, I can rewind time and stuff, and she's like, dude, that's stupid, Max, like, that's not a thing, and I'm gonna be like, butterfly effect, or butterfly effect, and like slam my hands on that little, I don't even know, where you put like the paper things, like in the restaurants when they have the finished orders, they put it on that little thing, right? for some reason it's on a teacher's desk, and then the kid just slams. Right, sorry if you haven't seen Butterfly Effect, but I'm gonna do that or something equivalent. I guess the equivalent would have been like, hey, look, I have this photo of wait, how could we have taken a photo in the past? We don't have a camera, right? Unless we took William's camera and then we kept the Polaroid. That probably would have been it. So I should have went over to the camera. But then again, like I said, we're under time pressure, and I just didn't want to keep looping through that stupid little cutscene that you can't skip for some reason. Or rather, you can skip, but you can't prevent. Well, it has to play a little bit before you can skip, right? You know what I mean. Anyways, and then leaving the mark on the fireplace. I forgot what was the mark that we left. It was like a smiley face, and then we like signed it or something, right? So that would have been something like. I don't know how that would have played out, really. I don't know. I'm trying to theorize, what kind of consequences it would have had. But anyways, that's basically it. So in terms of the major choices, majority in all of them, some of these other minor choices, I was in the minority, but the split is not as drastic. 70, 75, 77%. Topping off, so it's like at best it's like 3-1, whereas in here it's like, well, it's almost 50-50. It's like 4-1, 4-1, almost 3-1, and like what is that, 19-1? So, yep, that's that. Oh, it's party time. Hey, I'm glad I hit exit before I ended the ended the recording. So I guess it's time to raise the roof for all them bitches in the next game, and we're gonna go join the party. Looks like some other things at the end. All those beach whales. So I'm gonna guess. You know what? My theory about what's going on. The more I rewind and the more I try to like change the past instead of just letting things happen the way they are. Like I'm talking about the big ones. Like, I mean, obviously saving William, that was a plot point. So that one we didn't have a choice on. But like, and also like Kate, right? That whole incident is another plot point. I'm gonna guess that all these plot points that we had some really huge like breakthrough in our power. The more that happens, the more I think everything is going to get fucked up. So I'm guessing that premonition about the tornado, this thing about, first the beach whale. Okay, so first of all, the dead birds, right? I'm pretty sure the dead birds started happening after the Kate incident, right? That was the first big, like, hey, I can pause time and not just rewind time, right? But I can like pause time, kind of, or slow down time or something like that. So, and then dead birds all over the place. Second breakthrough, going into the past and changing the past. Now we have beached whales. So I think that the more we do this, the more like crazy environmental stuff is going to happen. Oh my god, is that what causes global warming in real life right now? Someone out there has this power, and that's why global warming exists. Man, things you learn in games. That's pretty cool. Anyways, there's still a lot to sort out, and we only have 2 more games left. So, like I said, still really excited. I've really enjoyed this game up until now, and I'm sure I still will enjoy the game in the upcoming installments. But like I said, we're gonna have to wait probably another, at this point, maybe 6 weeks or so for it. And so, until then, thank you for watching. Bye. Oh wait, hold on. Let's go ahead and just exit just in case. Okay, yeah, nothing exciting. So, yeah, bye.